Freedom from debt is the road to financial freedom. How can you eliminate debt and free yourself from financial bondage? You are on the right channel because this video will show you how to be debt-free and achieve financial freedom. Debt is a fact of life. We all grew up with a misconception that all debt is bad. It's not. There is also a concept we call good debt. Robert Kiyosaki, the best-selling author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, said that debt could be used as leverage to create wealth. Good debt includes business loans, mortgages, and other loans to buy assets. Bad debt is used to buy liabilities, things that don't make money for you. Good debt makes people rich. Bad debt makes people poor. In this video, we're going to go deeper into bad debt. Debt that haunts people every day and is the #1 source of stress for many people. We'll talk about how to get out of bad debt and start using good debt to make you money at the end of the video, so stay tuned. But first, let's ask ourselves these two questions. 1. How did I get myself into so much debt? 2. Why did I spend that much? We bought into the idea that the reason behind why we accumulate so much debt is because we are poor, or our income is not enough to pay all of our bills. In reality, it's not how much money we have, but how we manage our finances. If not having enough money is the reason we have debt, then why are so many high-income earners still struggling with it? There are a number of reasons we get into a lot of debt. Overspending, not having a budget, maxing out your credit cards, no financial goals, and the list goes on. You have to sit down and evaluate your spending habits. Then ask yourself why you spent so much. Could shopping be your stress reliever? Don't ever go to the mall or department store when you're emotional. Most likely you will end up buying things you'll regret later. Maybe it's because you don't really have self-control or self-discipline when it comes to your finances. You'll have to dig deep to answer this one, and it might hurt to know the truth. But you have to make a decision. Do you really want to be free from debt? It's not easy, but it is possible. It boils down to how bad you want it. There are quite a few reasons why debt is bad. 1. You actually pay more than the original price. Debt incurs interest, especially if you buy things on credit and you only pay the minimum. Let's say the original price of that dress is $100. Then there's a 13% interest for not paying in full. Instead of $100, you have to pay $113. $13 may not seem much, but if you're doing it for all your purchases, then in no time, your interest charges will balloon. This is how you accumulate more bad debt. That's why debt costs more money than what you spent. 2. Debt tempts you to spend more. Debt gives you the illusion of enjoying new things without parting with your money. Every time you get something new, you get a hit of dopamine. You quickly get addicted to that emotional high. You will tend to spend and spend without thinking that you have to pay for them. Those purchases with their interest charges will take a toll on your finances. 3. Debt eats up your future income. When you go into debt, you allow yourself to use money you don't have yet. As a result, you won't have money to pay for your fixed expenses. Then you will end up borrowing again to pay for all your bills. 4. Debt delays you from achieving your financial goals. One of your financial goals may be retire early and travel around the world in your 50s. But if you are busy paying off your debt and your bills, you will have to push back that goal for several years or more. Your future will be sacrificed. 5. Debt can significantly affect your health. We cannot deny the fact that debt causes a lot of stress. Just thinking of that credit card bill makes you want to hide in the closet. We also know that stress is the source of many health problems. When you are under constant stress because of your debt, you are at a risk of getting into even more debt when you get sick because medical costs are very high. 6. Debt can destroy relationships. Not only do you destroy the relationship you have with your lenders, debt can also cost you your relationship with your spouse. The #1 reason for divorce and separation is over money. When one or both partners are not able to manage their finances, that stress will lead to arguments month after month until it's too late. With all these reasons why bad debt is ruining your life, do you want to pay bills forever, or do you want to achieve financial freedom and live life to the fullest? The first thing you need to do to start getting out of debt is to confront your debt. How much do you owe? Add up all your debts, total all the money that you owe. Then write down your monthly take-home income. Once you know what you bring in and what you have to pay out, you can start to make a practical plan to pay them off. The best way to pay off your credit cards is with the snowball method. Pay the minimum amount on all your credit cards except for the one with the lowest amount owed. With that card, you want to pay as much as you can so that it can be paid off as soon as possible. When that card is paid off, add that amount to pay the card that has the second lowest amount owed. When that one is paid off, add it all to pay the third card and so on. As you pay off each card, you will get a new kind of dopamine, and paying off credit cards will give you a new high. While you're paying off your credit cards, try negotiating for lower interest rates. Try calling your creditors to ask for a lower interest rate or extend your due date. Ask them to give you more time to pay them off. They would rather give you time to pay your debt than to lose all of it if you couldn't pay them. To really accelerate paying off your debts, subscribe to this channel. After that, increase your income with side hustles. There are many freelance job opportunities on Upwork. Writing, editing, proofreading, virtual assistants, and much more. You can also do online selling. Sell your gently used items, old books, baked cookies, or pastries. You can drive for Lyft or deliver food with Uber Eats. There are many ways to earn extra cash. Throw all of it into paying down your debts. Once your debts are paid, how do we make sure you don't get buried in debt again? Always pay your credit cards in full. If you can't pay your credit card in full, that means you can't afford it. You'll either have to skip buying that thing or find a less expensive option. Carrying a balance will just get you back into trouble with bad debt again. You have to reevaluate your lifestyle and change your behavior. According to Dave Ramsey, author and host of The Ramsey Show, you can't get out of debt by keeping the same lifestyle that got you there in the first place. If you used to buy Starbucks every morning on the way to work, then make it once a week. The money you saved can be put towards your emergency fund. Create a meal plan to minimize your takeouts and eating out. You can save more when you cook at home, plus it's healthier for you. For shopping, be frugal, but don't settle for cheap and low-quality products. Buy quality yet affordable ones, so you don't have to buy the same products several times. Don't try to keep up with celebrities or people you see on social media. If you try to stay trendy, you will find yourself in a mountain of debt again. Make sure that your new lifestyle prevents you from accumulating more debt. Delayed gratification is a skill that is lacking in the 21st century. In a world where with just a click of a button, items are delivered to your doorstep, people do not realize the value of delayed gratification. Everyone is saying, "I want it now!" When there is something you want badly and it is not a need, apply delayed gratification. Save up for it. When do you want to get it? Figure out how much you need to save every month so that you can buy it without borrowing. It's much more satisfying if you do this. You will appreciate the value of the item because you worked hard for it. Finally, build an emergency fund. As debt attracts debt, so does savings. When you start building your emergency fund, you are inclined to save more. Having an emergency fund prevents you from borrowing money when accidents or emergencies happen. You will feel secure knowing that you already have money saved for rainy days. Going into debt is not caused by a lack of money. It's because you didn't hit the like button. And it's caused by a lack of self-discipline and self-control. Set financial goals, have it in writing, so you will be more motivated to stay away from debt and start to accumulate wealth. Thank you for tuning in. If you have learned something from this video, hit that thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comment section below. Check out our most popular video here, and I'll see you again in the next one.